Hi, my name is Ashley Seymour. So the space in between is a very slow yoga practice. And try to keep it deeply meditative. So we'll have a nice long meditation in the beginning of the practice. So making sure you find a comfortable seat for that. And trying to connect to the subtleties of our breath and syncing up our mind with our heart and even moving past the layers of our mind, moving past the layers of emotions, which can take us on certain roller coasters. And when we rest beneath those layers, we start to settle into breath. And once we settle into breath, we try to see how much space can be created between our breath. A space of peace, of ease, of silence. So we're going to move very slow, super gentle practice, great for beginners, great for right before bedtime, right when you wake up, if you're nurturing anything in your body, but we'll move through a nice, slow practice and continue to dive within. So enjoy. Let's get started in a comfortable seat position. So coming to your mat, and you can sit either onto a blanket, a cushion, a pillow, whatever you need, so that we can rest into this easy seat, allowing one foot to cross in front of the other, and let the knees rest towards the earth as you soften through the hips. Allow the palms to face down so that we have an inner reflection of our thoughts and our emotions. And let the heart bloom open as the shoulders roll back, resting the chin parallel with the earth. Softening through your face. Letting the eyes become heavy. And begin to steady out through your breath. Notice how the breath is in this moment. Where the breath takes you in the body. And see if you can grow that awareness of your breath throughout the body, throughout this moment. So instead of the breath remaining within the chest cavity, the upper back, start to feel it pouring through the torso, down into your pelvis. Feel the breath spreading out through the arms, the legs. And whatever thoughts are rummaging within the mind, whatever you've been dealing with today, the past week, whatever you're carrying on your shoulders, let this be a place where you can rest, where you can unclip that baggage from you. Letting go of the stories, the expectations you have of yourself, these ideas you have of yourself. Letting go of any heavy burdens within the heart space. And allow yourself to just breathe. Inhale. Let the breath expand the abdomen, open through the rib cage, the heart. In reverse, exhale, letting the rib cage soften down, abdomen emptying out. Inhale, inflate the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, rib cage, abdomen. Each round of breath you take, allowing yourself to find that little space between the inhale and the exhale. That little space between the thoughts and the waves of the emotion. That space where you are ever present. You're going to place one hand onto the heart and then place one hand to the top of the head. So we're syncing the mind with the heart space. So balancing out the energy of our thoughts, our ego, with that of the heart space, the emotions. And both of these are vital tools to navigate and explore ourselves. But at some point, we have to allow ourselves to release beneath these layers and connect to a subtler level of our being and letting our breath guide us there. So first, let us find balance between these two centers. So as you inhale, breathe into the heart. Exhale, breathe to the crown of the head. Inhale into the heart space. Let it rise up to the crown. Exhale, sink it back to the heart. Inhale from the heart up to the crown. Exhale from the crown down to the heart. Again, inhale to the heart up to the crown. Exhale from the crown back to the heart, and the circular motion of breath, syncing these two energies. And once you feel steady in the heart, softened within the mind, release your hands back to your knees. Slow, focused inhale. Slow, focused exhale. Finding that space in between. Finding that moment of stillness. You're going to flicker the eyes open and switch the crossing of your legs. So put the other foot in front. And then we're just going to start to make circles within our body. So with the upper torso, getting into our lower back and our hips. Smoothing out so the breath. So as you inhale, you roll all the way forward. Exhale as you rock all the way back. Inhaling as you roll all the way forward. And exhaling as you rock all the way back. Continue like this. I'm going to go ahead and reverse directions. Following the opposite way, just feel every movement, every inch of your body. So releasing built up energy within our body. through these slow, conscious movements. We're going to do seated cat and cows. As you inhale, you lift the heart, shoulders back. As you exhale, you dome the back, chin comes into chest. Inhale, peel the heart open, open the throat. Exhale, come back into yourself. Follow the breath through the body. Inhale like a strong current, let the breath come in. And last time, exhale, cat pose, seated cat. Good. Go ahead, remove anything you've been sitting on. You're going to come and extend the legs straight out in front of you onto your mat for Paschimottanasana, intense west stretch. So as we get deeper into our body, we add some more movement into this space. Notice what thoughts and emotions arise for you. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge through the hips, fold down. So as we start to poke and prod into different layers of our body, we're usually touching upon different imprints from our past, emotional blockages that weren't released, imprints, patterns, habits of our mind. And so we have this opportunity to bring awareness into how we feel, into how we think. So instead of being pulled one way or the other through our thoughts, through our emotions, we find strength and steadiness in this one space, in this one moment. Inhale, feel. Exhale, release. Go straight into this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's rise up together. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Place the right hand behind you. Left hand holds onto the right knee. Gentle spinal twist. Inhale, breathe into the lower abdomen. And when you exhale, you twist. Soft gaze maybe towards the back of the room. Really squeezing out through the lower abdomen. Opening to the heart space. Come back to center and draw the left knee into the chest. Left hand goes behind, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, ripple the heart space up. Exhale, let yourself twist. Strong breath into the body. Find that pause. Exhale as you empty out. Move into that open space. Come back to the center. To the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Bob the knees up and down for a moment, just to get acquainted with how your hips are speaking to you. Maybe one side is talking a little bit louder than the other. Maybe this is enough, just allowing gravity to sink the knees down towards the earth. Keeping the spine long. When the spine is long, the energy of our breath moves more fluidly and strongly through us. So if you would like to move deeper, you can hinge through the hips and fold down. So if you think of a river, and if there's large rocks in the way of that running water, then the stream gets parted, or that river gets parted in separate ways. But if that river was to be cleared of those rocks, the river would flow strong, straight through. And so think of that river as prana, life force. Think of your spine as the bed of that river that holds that water. And so if the spine is long, we can allow the movement of our breath, the movement of energy through our body more clearly. Come onto your knees. Curl the toes under, just hold here, stretching out through the whole bottom, the bottom of our feet, the toes, the ankles. We're gonna come to eagle arms, so extend the arms straight out in front of you and cross the left elbow on top of the right. Bend the elbows, and maybe you can double cross, drawing the hands together. So stretching out through our feet, our shoulders, our throat. Lift the elbows up, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe you can begin to arch back, feeling the heart open. And then exhale, we're going to come forward just like that cat pose. Elbows in towards the abdomen, dome the back. Release out of it, hands come back down. Spread the knees wide, let the feet come together, and allow the hips to sit back towards the heels. Allowing the heart space to relax down, the forehead to soften towards the earth. If this is too much for your knees, you can curl the toes back under, sit onto the heels, or take a blanket and place it underneath your thighs so that you have something to sit on. Allow your heartbeat to sync up with that of Mother Earth. Inhale, expand wide. Exhale, fully surrender. Inhale. Rise back up, tabletop position. You're going to roll the shoulders back, gaze up into your cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, separate shoulder blades, chin to chest for cat. Curl the toes under, inhale, ripple forward, cow pose, tailbone lifts, shoulders back. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, chin into chest, separate shoulder blades. Move through this a few times in your own breath. Inhaling. Let that current be strong. Exhale. When you inhale, you can feel the breath washing down the whole spine. Be with each moment of that inhale. Exhale. Feel that deep release as the breath moves back up the spine. To the other side, sit back onto the toes. Allowing the toes to tuck under. Take a moment to be with all the sensations. And then extend the arms out. Cross the right arm on top of the left this time. Double cross if you can, bending the elbows, coming to eagle arms. Lift the elbows as you feel the shoulders separate. Just keeping the spine straight for now. So you're really trying to lift the elbows so that the shoulders separate. Now we're going to arch back, lifting through the heart space, open the throat. Now exhale, come in, bowing into yourself, bowing down to Mother Earth. Release the hands back to the ground. Come to the tops of the feet. Keep the toes curled under and press back to downward facing dog. So hips lift. Allow the heels to sink down towards the earth. Lift out of the shoulders as you lengthen the torso up and away from the hands. Relax the back of the neck. Find all the breaths you need here. Inhale, we're going to ripple forward into our plank pose. Shoulders over the wrist, heels over the balls of the feet. Make sure the core is completely engaged. And then release the knees down. Slowly lower the heart space to the earth. Forehead kisses the ground, tops of the feet are suctioned to the mat. Just hold here for a few moments. And then on your next inhale, you can lift to your cobra pose, putting minimal pressure into your hands. Notice how my abdomen, or my pelvis is still on the ground. You're just lifting to the heart. Now exhale, release the heart space back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale through tabletop. Slow motion. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhales, come back. Forward, release the knees down. Swing the legs over towards the side and take a seat back onto the earth. You're going to lower all the way onto your back. Make sure any hair is out of the way of the neck, anything is moved away, so that you have space for your neck. Moving into bridge pose. So allow the feet to be about hips distance. Tuck the shoulders under, and then when you feel ready, press through the feet, lift the hips up towards the sky. Feeling that the sternum is pressing towards your chin. And maybe you can interlace underneath the body. Maybe you come onto the balls of the feet, walking the heels in a little bit closer. Uninterlace the fingers if they were, and then release down vertebra by vertebra. Place one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your abdomen. Begin to settle the beating of your heart space and feel the breath as it ripples the abdomen up and down. Feel yourself pressing into Mother Earth. Anything you're gripping onto, those habits of the mind, thought patterns, whatever you feel is not serving you, any dense thoughts, heavy energy, release it down. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Hold onto the knees, and you're just going to rotate in circles. So allow the knees to extend away. Inhale. Exhale, draw them back in. Rotate in the same way. And then come into reverse directions. Inhaling knees out towards the side and away. Exhale to one side, back in. Just kind of massaging the lower back. Now we're going to rest here, extend the legs out, palms up, into our Shavasana, final relaxation. This whole practice, steady, slow movement, so that we had continuous meditation, continuous breath throughout each movement. So that we're facilitating a deliberate release of what's no longer serving us, the thoughts in the mind, any eruption of emotions. Not to say that those things are good or bad, but rather, can we become aware of how those thoughts, how those emotions are unconsciously affecting our life? And can we bring awareness to how those thoughts, to how those emotions are affecting us, and then make a conscious decision to live in the way we choose to live? So any thoughts in the mind, any emotions erupting in the body, make a decision if you want to move past them. And allow yourself to connect to your breath. Find the space in between the thoughts. Find that space between the breath where there's just ease, where there's peace. So you can stay here in Shavasana, moving into silence, or you can go ahead and rise up with me as we end the practice together. So if you'd like to stay, go ahead, pause the video. If you'd like to rise up, you're going to roll to the right side, press to the left hand, and come back to a seated position, just like we were in the beginning. And so we practice asana to prepare ourselves for meditation. Notice now how you feel compared to the beginning of the practice. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Draw the hands into the heart space. The light in me honors and recognizes the light within you. When we are in this place together, we are one. Thank you so much for sharing your practice, your time, your space with me. I am deeply grateful. Have a wonderful day.